Hey guys, it's Lee Henkin here. Thanks for checking out this video. So this is going to be a short and sweet one. Hopefully it'll be a valuable one for you all who are watching. So basically this document here and just what I'm going to walk you through is what I call the value-based outreach framework. So it's a really cool way to basically generate positive responses from your cold email campaigns, or really, to be honest, you could use this on LinkedIn, pretty much anywhere where you're doing cold outreach. Actually, just modify it for the channel. But in this case, I'm going to explain it around cold email, since that's obviously kind of what I'm focused on in general in my business. So basically, this value-based outreach framework, all it is essentially you're offering something that is likely to be perceived as valuable for free upfront to your target prospects. Basically, the idea being you get an interested response, follow up with them, book the appointment. Okay, so it's a really cool, kind of a very low risk way, basically, and high reward way to generate extra responses, and it stands out a lot compared to just asking for a call straight away as like the call to action. So you'll see as I go through. So basically how it works, pretty simple. So there's a few different ways you can utilize this and just package whatever the free stuff you got is. So one way is just like a simple Google document. I mean, you could even just like turn it into a PDF if you wanted. In this kind of example, you would just like essentially have like a Google Doc or a PDF that just outlines some kind of strategy, and you would obviously like customize it based on what you sell. So if you were just trying to share some process to results for how you do something, you could just call it like a strategy document or a Facebook ads strategy document, and then just like in the Google Doc in one page or PDF, just like explain your process to results, put some case studies in there, stuff like that. If you're doing something like SEO, you might call it like an organic keywords ranker document, or not, just making that up, but it depends. So you essentially, all it is like a Google Doc PDF where you just like kind of share like your process to results, kind of how you do what you do, or how you get results for your ideal client. And put your own spin on it as well, like put some IP on it, branding, stuff like that, just help it like stand out a bit more and catch a bit more attention. But that's the first one, really simple. I mean, you can whip them up in like literally like, I don't know, an hour or even less. So it's just a very simple kind of strategy thing that you're doing where you just like outlined it in a doc or PDF that you can share that's specific to what you're selling. Another good way, the second one I got listed here, is like a video. So, yeah, this is probably my preferred way to do it, honestly. I just think it's kind of comes across as more valuable. But basically, this can be really modified for anything. Like you could be like using a video to walk through a step-by-step strategy. You could be using a video to show a client or a potential client how they got mistakes with their Facebook ads or Google ads, SEO. Like there's so many ways you can use these videos. Why I really like it. If you're selling like automation services, you could literally have like a short Loom video that just walks through like a visual roadmap of how your automations work and how setting them up saves time for your ideal client. Or like there's just a whole range of different things you can do. Kind of the principle is essentially that the video just walks through some strategy or mistakes, whatever it is that you're kind of reaching out about, that you're going to then package in the video. Okay, so this is a really, really valuable way to do it. It's probably one of my favorite ways to do it. So yeah, you kind of just use your creativity there. Again, think about what you offer, who's your ideal client, what do they want, what do they need, and how you can kind of package something into like a short Loom or QuickTime video or whatever that you could sell. Not sell, basically provide for free. Third one here, this one, I don't really use this one that often, but I have before. I prefer the first two, but still you can use this one where it's like you just offer like a case study or some kind of trainings up front. I kind of find personally this doesn't work as well as the first two I went through. I'm not sure why that is, but that's just been my experience. But if you're going to do that, I mean, yeah, you can literally just offer like a case study. So you'd be reaching out, talking about how you got some client, some kind of result, and now you've packaged the work you did and the process you used into a PDF or even a video training, and you basically just send that over. That's pretty much it. It's fairly straightforward, basically. So that's all you're doing with that one. As I said, I personally prefer the first two, but don't let my opinion stop you from trying that either. So yeah, that's really how it works. Really straightforward, honestly. So it's just kind of choosing which way you want to do it, which one of these you want to use, and then just package like whatever it is you want to offer for free up front that you're going to then offer to your target prospects. Just really important with these as well before I move on. Make sure you put a call to action in whichever one you use. So, I mean, if you're going to do like the video here with Loom, you can add CTAs to videos. Same if you're going to offer like a PDF case study, you just put like a call to action at the end of the document or whatever. So just, yeah, really important to point that out. So that's how that works. Implementation wise, really simple. And I'm going to go through some examples shortly as well. Yeah, literally just pick the approach you want to do, write your messaging around it, start sending, follow up with anyone who replies interested, and to book meetings. So, and as usual with any kind of outbound lead gen, yeah, make sure you do follow up, because if you only follow up once, you're pretty much letting opportunities slip. Just quickly to finish up, got some examples here. So I'm not going to read these out word for word. You can literally just look on the screen here. But these are like different types of companies where I've personally used like one of these approaches for. So this one here is a payment processing company. It's a client I've been working with for a few months now. And this is one of the scripts we used. And basically what we offered here was literally just like a free statement analysis. So that would be basically like the first, that's basically like this first option I went through here. So what we did with that, yeah, we offered essentially the client, if they respond interested, the client then just like, we reply back with a couple quick questions. Since to do the statement analysis, we need some pretty important info from them. Once they supply that info, then the client will essentially run this statement analysis, which they can do in like really quickly, generates like a report, 1 to 2 page report that just pretty much shows them, yeah, how much money they're going to save by switching to their payment processing solution. And usually we like target companies that are like using PayPal, Stripe, because we know their fees are totally shitty. So this kind of appeals to those companies. But that's kind of how you do it in that example, or how we've done it. So that's like a free statement analysis that shows the prospect how much money they're making. Another example down the bottom here. So I've got 2 more to go through. This one's for a marketing agency. So this particular client, I mean, they're pretty much a full service marketing agency for the CPG, consumer packaged goods markets, basically. Yeah, and so with them, like we're basically reaching out, telling them that we've noticed ways they can improve their content marketing, because most of these companies that we reach out to, we noticed that they're already like doing organic marketing on Facebook, Instagram, various other channels and promoting their products, but they just not doing it very well. So basically we're reaching out from that angle of saying, you know, we can help them essentially, or notice some ways to improve their existing content marketing. And then what we're doing is we're essentially offering like a free diagnostics analysis, which is basically then again, it's like a 1-2 page PDF Google Doc that just outlines some top level mistakes that the client then notices with their content once they take a look, and then we send that over. So yeah, again, that's a really good way to do it. That's for a marketing agency. Last one here I got for an advertising agency. So yeah, as you can see, basically reaching out from the angle of noticing their Facebook, Instagram ads, noticing that there's things they can improve to drive more traffic, product sales potentially. And then it's like they respond interested, because we're basically offering like a short video that's just going to explain in more detail what we're talking about. So basically they reply interested, the client then takes a quick look at their, like, what the ads they're running and things like that, and just makes like a short 4 or 5 minute video that just walks through some kind of top level mistakes that it looks like they're making that they could improve, and use that as a way to get a call booked and then lead further into their sales process. So yeah, so hopefully that gives you a bit of a gives you all a bit of an idea of how you would utilize these different approaches here. Okay, these three, although we didn't cover the third one in any of the examples, but I'm sure you can get the gist of it. But this is basically, as you can see, these three here. Hopefully these examples here give you some creativity and inspiration as to how you can use them, because you can pretty much use them for anything. Okay, like if you notice mistakes, errors, improvements, whatever, you can package them somehow, that info, into like these strategy docs or whatever you want to call it, videos. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully that gives you a lot of value there, and you can put some of this to use. And as usual, don't copy and paste any of these scripts. Use them for your own inspiration. That is the point. Because if you regurgitate shit you find on social media, I can guarantee you it's not going to work anymore in 1 month, because the market will get flooded with it. So use them to create your own custom kind of free offers, let's say. That's going to be better for you long term as well. So that's pretty much it. If you want more help with something like this related to cold email, generating more positive response, booked meetings, you want help with your copy, offer creation, stuff like that, I do offer consultations. So yeah, get in touch. We can take things from there basically. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.